Tea farming in Kenya is termed as one of the jigsaws when it comes to growth of the economy. Being the third largest producer of black tea after China and Singapore, the country esteems the growth of this cash crop. Traditionally, the country has been known as the largest producer of black tea. The climate in the country favors the growing as it is done within a 1,000 to 3,000 altitude, with farmers within the altitude range dedicating their farms to the growing of black tea. Decades on the culture of tea farming has continued to be passed from one generation to the next, despite the fluctuating prices of black tea that has led to diversification. In 2008, Kenyan researchers developed the purple tea and released it to farmers. At Gatura Greens in Murang'a County, Robert Githai is a third-generation tea farmer, having inherited the culture from his father and grandfather. While his peers have been deeply engrossed in white-collar jobs, Githai chose to take the generational task of ensuring continuity of tea farming. In 2008, he planted the first 20 seedlings as a trial start for purple tea farming. Purple tea is produced from the leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant, which is the same plant from which black, green, oolong and other types of tea are made. Unlike other types of tea, however, the leaves of this new variety are purple instead of green.
We are the third generation. Second generation actually got into tea aggressively. That was my dad. We started planting. He was a zoologist. He started planting his first tea bush in 1984. And ever since, he has always grown tea, planting, getting new farms, buying farm, uprooting those old generation teas and planting new generation teas. And yes, he has always been in it and coming up with the tea. We came up and we decided to do this as an initiative of promoting, one, the culture of tea, benefits of tea.
Purple tea is grown at high elevations of 6,000 plus feet. This unique tea thrives when grown at high elevations along the equator, where it receives 12 hours of sunlight a day year-round. Standards of plucking 2 leaves on a bud are strictly adhered to. Only the best leaves are used in the purple tea small batch production.
In tea plucking, we normally concentrate on plucking 2 leaves and a bud. This is used to make good teas. And I would like to say the quality of tea normally deteriorates as we go downwards.
As he takes me through the farm, Githai narrates to me that Kenya now leads as the largest producer of purple tea. Kenya continues to produce a growing amount of purple tea each year. Purple tea has become more well-known and sought after by tea connoisseurs and curious consumers alike due to its nutritional properties, as it is said to be healthier than black tea. He tells me that the tea contains medicinal properties known as anthocyanins, which are believed to help prevent cancer and heart diseases, lower blood pressure, and promote weight loss, among other supposed benefits. Githai says he took it upon himself to pass information from one generation to the other on tea production through the orthodox way, as it preserved the nutrients of the purple tea.
The conventional way came up because of, well, commerce, but we noticed these things come with challenges. Yes, where we lose the values of our foods. Now we are going back to the orthodox way.
As a young person who is deeply entrenched in tea farming, he has taken it upon himself to educate young people on tea farming through farm tours. Twice or thrice a week, he takes the farm tourist through the process of purple tea making through the orthodox way. Although purple tea leaf has not been on the market for long, its popularity is growing as more people find out the unique history, flavor profile, and health benefits of the tea. While purple tea is on the rise, many people are still unfamiliar with the properties and benefits that are unique to purple tea. Githai Hava says the detrimental factor of purple tea farming in the country is the fact that the market in Kenya is unavailable. Most Kenyans have not embraced purple tea as it's not taken with milk, which is a culture in Kenya.
We are going to get everyone now switching to, because this is the healthy as well. Well, and we know the major health benefit for tea is antioxidant and anti-inflammatory.
On the flip side, the uptake in the international market is quite huge, especially for globally exporting to countries like China, Russia and Singapore, who have a tea culture.
Market is good. Mostly internationally, yes, we do export our tea, mostly to China. Now we've got good markets in we call it the Europe now. We have also in America and the Middle East.
There has been a snail pace in growing purple tea, which was discovered close to 15 years ago, but has been competing for space with black tea. Small-scale farmers had to be convinced to make a commitment to nurture the gardens for a full 5 years without any monetary return, which is the time it takes for the plant to reach maturity and be ready for initial harvest and production.
Tea, actually, this is where it's heading. Yes, because we also have our local factories that have opened other lines.
The East African nation, of which Kenya is a member state, is leading the exporter of black tea in the world, and in 2019, it earned 117 billion shillings, which is about $1.1 billion from exports and $200 million from domestic sales. They say a cup of tea is a cup of peace, but here we say there is no perfect tea like Kenyan tea. Irene Mwangi for Capital News.